Sorry, I have to speak with the account holder. Another post on here reminded me of this story that actually happened to my sister. We'll call her Amanda. A few years ago, there was a big sporting event my family all wanted to get together and watch. We decided to all get together in my sister's house to watch it. She needed to upgrade her TV package to include more sports channels, which she was able to do online, on the TV provider's website. Great, we had a great day, watched the big event, and ate and drank far too much. The issues started when my sister went to cancel the subscription, so as to not keep paying the higher rate for future months. Apparently, while you can upgrade your package and give the company more money online, removing the package was much more difficult. Of course, they said the only way to cancel the package was over the phone. My sister is deaf, so needless to say, this was an issue. My sister had been emailing and complaining to no avail. At the time this happened, my brother was temporarily staying with my sister, and he called the company for her. The exchange apparently went like this. I'm relaying what my sister and brother told me. Brother: Hi, I need to cancel the subscription to Extra Sports for Amanda. Second name: Woman: I will need to speak with Amanda. Brother: My sister is deaf. She can't speak with you over the phone. Woman: There's nothing I can do. I have to speak with the account holder if you want to cancel your subscription. Brother: You need to speak with a deaf person on the phone. Woman: Yes. Brother: And you don't see anything wrong with your current system. Woman: All changes have to be done by the account holder. Brother: Yes, exactly. And the only reason this was set up was because she was able to make changes online. You're saying she can't reverse the changes. Woman: All I can tell you is I have to speak with Amanda. At this point my brother was telling my sister what was being said, and they came up with a perfect solution. Brother: Okay, 1 second. This is Amanda. My brother continued speaking, and it's worth noting he has quite a deep, husky voice. Woman: Brother: I need to cancel my sports subscription. Woman: I think you're the person I was just speaking to. Brother: No, I'm Amanda. You said you needed to speak with me? Woman: I thought you were deaf. Brother: And yet you insisted on speaking with me on the phone. So here I am. Please cancel my subscription. I have all the information you need to verify my identity. The subscription got canceled. I've made sure that I'm authorized as decision maker on all of my parents' accounts for their telecom stuff for this reason. I had a similar situation a few years ago. My father-in-law used to live with us in a separate part of the house. We had a second phone line installed for him so he could keep his independence. When he died, I wanted to cancel this second line and account, but the telecom company would only talk to the account holder. The fact that he was dead didn't change the rules, so I gave it 24 hours, then rang again, but announced myself as my FIL's name. They were very happy to then process my termination request, and things were going swimmingly until we got to the satisfaction survey at the end. So why did you want to close the account? Because I died last week. But by then it was too late. The deed was done. Had that happened to me after my mother died? Not fun explaining that dead people can't speak. Please, let me tell you that my mother just died. Again. My next comments would have mentioned aid and a phone call to my state's attorney general plus a few mentions of discrimination. I don't like to do that kind of crap, but they were being intentionally difficult. I also live in a blue state, and our attorney general's office would have loved to take this on. If I had a nickel for every time I've pretended to be my husband on the phone. Guess that's an advantage to being gay that we need to add to the recruiting guide. Something similar happened to me with my elderly, pleasantly confused, hard of hearing mother. So frustrating. After an hour or so of back and forth, I finally relented and put my mother on the phone. She listened for a few seconds, then said, "I don't understand you," handed me the phone and wandered off. This seems like an ADA issue, assuming this occurred in the USA. I'm sure, if that's the case, a complaint could be filed to help your sister and others in the future. I have a deaf friend, so I've always been sensitive to this. I have resorted to just immediately saying I'm that person. Skips the authorized user step. I have all the verification data and I'm only calling because the real person can't, even if the account owner is the other sex. I have a pretty severe hearing loss and my friend makes calls for me when necessary. She just tells them she's me. We are both female. She has all my info about me and whatever organization she is dealing with. Customer number or order number or whatever. It works. If she is ever asked a question that she doesn't know, she just says, "Hold on a minute and I'll find that for you," and quickly messages me and I give her the answer. This reminds me of something I experienced some years ago. Nothing insensitive like this, but a stupid employee insisting he stay on the script. My DSL suddenly failed in the middle of the day. Sign I was sitting on the couch and knew nothing had suddenly happened on my end. I called the hotline. They made me check my cables, and were thrown off that I had not done it exactly the way the script said. Which didn't matter. I am in IT and knew what I was doing. It was technically equivalent. They were adamant I totally rewire it though, and wouldn't budge. Exasperated, I agreed, waited 2 seconds, and said I had changed it all like he wanted. He didn't believe me, of course. But what was he to do? He simply threatened that if he does the advanced error detection thingy and nothing on their end turned up, it would be expensive for me. I told him to go ahead. And tada, there was an error in their end. Took them some days to fix it. Technician had to drive out, but it still felt so good. Try suing the company because they are discriminating against the disabled. They will be glad to change versus going to court. There are other companies that I don't deal with because of this tactic. TiVo was one. You could order and sign up via online, but phone cancel. Was hung up by them 3 times. SiriusXM is another that does this tactic. Let's be honest, why? One is you're too lazy or not comfortable with phone conversation. It's also a quick conversation to allow for a month so that you will forget about the sub again or have to have this tactic shoveled in your face. Another online tactic, if they allow to cancel online, is to put the cancel button confirmation on the left side versus the right side. Also, they will make the cancel button more white to match the background so it is harder to see, but keep the free 1 month if you stay button huge and bright. Isn't it now illegal for a company to not provide reasonable accommodation to someone with a disability? Isn't there a service you can text or something and they talk to the company and text back to you? https://general/telecommunications-relay-services-directory. Oh boy, that reminds me of something that happened to me. Years ago, my husband called and set up an account with CenturyLink for internet. Long story short, we had an issue and I had to call to cancel the service. They refused to speak with me because I wasn't my husband, and my husband works through all the hours that customer service is available. After hours of me trying to call them and being denied, I finally answered the phone and said in my regular voice, "Hi, this is husband's name, and I need to cancel my internet package." The customer service lady sounded annoyed. "You sound like a woman." That's when I pulled a total Karen bitch card. Well, I'm a transgender individual and I feel like I'm being discriminated against. Do I need a manager? Quote, "Lady, Well, if you are husband's name, what's your social and birth date? I told her and she let me sort it out. I've been impersonating my husband ever since. This exact story just happened to me with my mom's insurance. While she's in ICU, I just called back and said I was her. Sounds like they were hoping she'd give up and not cancel. Good on you and your whole family for not letting them get away with it. I don't get it. Why did the woman accept the cancellation request when it was still clearly your brother on the phone? Of course their policy is stupid in the first place. But why did she change her mind? Kinda reminds me slightly of a story about a person trying to cancel one of their parents' utility bills and they repeatedly insisted that they have to speak with the account holder. Here's the thing, the account holder was recently deceased, and this person told them that repeatedly and the company inexplicably refused to cancel. So the person went to a company building in person and plopped down a bag of their parents' ashes. The company person even tried to get the law involved over that incident, but once everyone realized just what she had done, the company quickly canceled everything and apologized. I might have gotten a few details off a bit, but that pretty much sums it up. These companies can get downright predatory when it comes to contracts and bills. Edit. If anyone can find the story I described, feel free to link it. So you want to cancel your subscription? Sure, but you have to do so in person. In Tibet, the Valley of Shambhala has a cave behind a waterfall, which contains a kiosk. Our representative will happily help you with your cancellation.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.